We would get in trouble for that.
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, just keep moving. Cut that out.
Welcome aboard. You've just stepped into Damn It, Jim, the podcast. My name is Dana Smith, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Dan Calzaretta. We're looking back at the season that was Starfleet Academy. So good evening, Dan. How are you doing?
Dana, I'm doing great. I had a meeting this afternoon.
Yeah.
It was a very important meeting, Dana. This might be the most important meeting I've had since I retired. I met with a brewery because we're going to do Girl Scout cookie tasting and beer tasting together, those two things together, this coming weekend. And so we went through all the cookies, all the beer. It was a lot of fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think of cookies as going well with beer.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't, and a lot of people don't consider beer and dessert as going well together. But I think that's a great unexplored area of beer and food pairing is dessert and beer. Yeah, so Dana, that was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to that. We're doing that this Sunday at Burwood Brewing, in case anyone's in Walla Walla and they want to show up.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. I wish I could be there.
Yeah, me too. So what are you up to? How are things going for you? We took the week off last week. You had some fun, it sounds like.
Yeah, we went to Orlando for my nephew's birthday party.
Nice.
And just so people know, it wasn't like a kid's birthday party. My nephew just turned 50. So, yeah, we were impressed with Orlando. It was downtown Orlando.
Did you see any Disney characters just like walking around? Some mimes. Does Disney do mimes? I don't know if they do mimes.
Yeah, no, didn't see any Disney characters. One of the bars we were going to go to, we go there and they're having a drag queen contest.
Oh, nice. It was fun though, I bet, huh?
You couldn't even get in. There was the place was so packed it was like busting at the seams. We went to another local bar. Some of the people from the drag queen contest were coming in and sitting at the bar. So we kind of got our own show.
Yeah, great. That's awesome.
Yeah. So there's a rumor going around, Dan.
Yes. It's not true, Dana. I didn't do it.
there's another rumor going around, Dan.
Oh, okay. And besides, we're an LLC. I think I can get away with almost anything.
Almost.
We got away with the whole thing with Holly Hunter's lawyer. We haven't heard anything else. Well, it's also because I ripped up the letter and threw it in the trash, Dana. I didn't respond.
Yeah, I've heard that if you do that, that's why you get out of legal things. If you throw it away,
yeah,
and basically say you didn't receive it, even though you read it online.
Right, but they can't prove that. They can't prove any of it.
Yeah, because I'm sure the police don't listen or the lawyers don't listen to this podcast.
Well, one of them apparently did because they sent us a letter. Specifically, they sent you a letter because you're the LLC guy, but I don't know how they got my address.
That's because I gave it to them when they called me.
There's been this van parked across the street, though, and it's got like dark windows, and I don't know. It's been there for like a week. Do you think they're monitoring my comings and goings?
Wouldn't be surprised if somebody wasn't doing that. So,
well, we'll update our listeners as soon as we hear anything new.
Well, speaking of listeners, Dan, we got a lot of comments on the season-ending episode RubenCon.
Yeah.
Do you want to get into the listener comments?
Yeah, let's do it.
From Facebook, we got a lot of comments. Jason Lowry said, great podcast. I sincerely hope you guys made up that stuff about Holly Hunter's lawyer, because if not, they have not heard of the Constitution and the First Amendment. Plus, even William Shatner can handle a joke. He got roasted on Comedy Central. Besides, you guys are adding to her fame, not detracting from it by talking about her to people like myself that would not otherwise watch Starfleet Academy.
So, Dana, I haven't read the Constitution in a while. Does it say something in there in the First Amendment about like making fun of people or something? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't read it in a while either. I was, freedom of speech.
Right. Freedom of speech, man. Fight the power. That's what I say.
Say whatever you want.
Well, okay. I got a few things to say about you then, Dana.
So also from Facebook, we got a message. I think it's from Michael Hernando Lissandra. This episode is one of the best I've ever seen in Star Trek, and one of the greatest performances by an ensemble cast.
I'm sorry. Hold on, Dana. What show was he talking about?
Starfleet Academy. And he says at the end, keep it up, Starfleet Academy, forever a Trekkie.
He hasn't listened to us, apparently, Dana.
Yeah. I like this one. David Linder said they held his arms behind his back, but didn't take him away. I thought that was strange. Then I saw what the Federation has become as her prize pupil stood right there. And he said this, and there was a picture that he shared of Aki hitting Nutsack. And then in that picture, there was the Dostoevsky quote, a society should be judged not by how it treats its outstanding citizens, but how it treats its criminals.
Okay, so he's saying he should have hit her more. That's what he means?
She should have hit him more, I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. She should have, sorry, she should have hit him in the nutsack more, is what that means. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
That's how you want to look at
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
So Peter John said episode 10 was better than most, less 90210 slop and more consequential action. Tig Notaro does a great job of being a commander.
Yeah.
No offense, but I wish Holly would do something about her lisp.
Oh, no. I cannot believe people are making fun of the way she speaks, Dana. I would never do that. Okay, do you think that will take care of the letter? Do you think that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think a long apology is maybe like the next episode we do will just be one long apology from you.
Dear Holly Hunter, I'm very sorry. Okay, I'm not putting that in. I'm not putting any more lisp stuff in, Dana. It's just mean.
Steve Anderson said, so tired of my streams being overloaded with garbage like this. Is it trash day yet? And I believe he's talking about Starfleet Academy and not our podcast. So,
Well, that's up for debate, Dana. I hate it when my stream gets clogged up with stuff, though. It's horrible.
yeah, whew.
Yeah.
You got to see a doctor, and that's not pleasant at all. So, finally, Adam West, who's back from the dead, says,
Wow.
really pissed he didn't get blasted and killed. So sick of his hour-long monologues.
Oh, yeah, man. Yes. Adam West lived in Walla Walla.
Yeah, you say that every time we say his name.
Yeah.
Damn, that's what I've got from Facebook. I could read a whole lot more, but we don't have the time. What do you have for us?
Dana, via email, we heard from Lou from Canada. He said, for true Star Trek fans, our prayers have been answered. The sky is a little bluer today, the sun a little brighter, and the air a little crisper. You better not have become fans in my absence. I'm assuming he means fans of his?
I think he meant fans of Starfleet Academy.
Dana, we also heard from our very good friend Pam McClung. She said, I suggest that your future plans include doing a season or even part of a season of Deep Space Nine.
We've thrown out the idea of Deep Space Nine. And, we're looking at all options right now.
And we will actually be talking about that a little later in the podcast. Then, Dana, via YouTube, we heard from, I think, a new listener, Kay Ellen Brown. Kay Ellen writes, I was literally laughing so hard at the two of you today that my husband came into the kitchen and said, what on earth is wrong with you? I'm not crying. I'm just laughing. We have that effect, actually, Dana, on making people cry, Dana, we also heard from GA Philly fan. They say, I've not checked your math on Tarima's holes, but however many... But however many she has, we learn that she prefers the mind fuck. The podcast is the only redeeming thing about this show.
Wow, we should send that to Paramount.
Yeah, no kidding. And maybe to some of the people who wrote stuff about us on Facebook, Dana. So, Dana, that's everything I have for this week.
As always, thanks for writing and or calling in. We do appreciate all the communication. And wow, we were overwhelmed with everything we got this week. Dan, if somebody wants to call and leave a voicemail for us, how would they do that?
Dana, the number for the Damn It Jim hotline is 509 676 6298.
Well, Dan, you and I were talking the other day, and you shared the news that Starfleet Academy will be canceled after season 2.
Yes, Dana. Now, I feel a little conflicted about this, honestly, okay? And I'm being totally serious right now. First off, I'm sorry, Holly Hunter, if I offended you and or your lawyers. Secondly, I feel conflicted about this, Dana, because I don't like the show, All right. There are a lot of people that don't like this show, but I think I don't like it for the right reasons. And this is what I mean. I think the writing is really poor. I think the character development is really subpar. I don't like it for those reasons, Dana. The stories were weak. But there are a lot of people who post online that they don't like it because they think it's too inclusive. And I'm like, I don't want to be associated with you people. I don't want to not like it because I'm a bigot. And Star Trek has always been about inclusivity. I mean, let's talk about the original series. Women in leading roles, people of color on the show, talking about the exploration to find planets and races that are different from us to figure out like how do we get along. And now we got people online saying that it's too inclusive. I mean, I just don't want to be associated with that opinion. I don't like it because it's a poorly written show, Dana.
I agree with you 100%. I was thinking about this today. The concept overall was good. People have always wondered, what's Starfleet Academy like? Well, if this is really what Starfleet Academy is like, then the school fucking failed. You know, it just and nobody's going to come out and be a new Captain Kirk or even a new Captain Aki or whatever. Nobody's going to come out of the school as a real leader. That's the real problem with this. It was too soapy. It was too silly. And everybody's gonna go, oh, but Star Trek was always silly. Not always, and we've talked about this in Strange New Worlds. When do you like pull the plug on these things where it's like you're going too far in just absurdness?
Right.
We're both a little frightened of next season's puppet episode of Strange New Worlds.
I'm actually really looking forward to that, Dana. I'm really looking forward to it because it could make for a great podcast episode.
Yeah, that's true. You need to have characters you can get behind and believe in. And whether the original Star Trek, Enterprise, Deep Space Nine, you always had people that you could really get behind. You thought that their values were your values, and it made sense.
Right.
The thing with Starfleet Academy is it doesn't always make sense. It's just let's throw emotions in. Let's have these kids who aren't acting like college age kids, they're acting more like high school kids.
Exactly.
And that's where the poor writing comes in. I thought all the actors did great in their roles.
Yeah, I did too. And I thought Holly Hunter was fantastic. I had a few like minor quibbles with Paul Giamatti, but I thought he did a great job in that role as well.
So, I mean, I can't knock the actors. They didn't screw it up.
Right.
It's the writers and producers who put this out there. And everybody's going to come back. Well, there was that one episode, where they actually went in the ship and there was the furries on there and all this other stuff. It's like, yeah, okay, that was one episode out of 10.
Yeah, or one scene out of one episode.
Yeah, and one of the kids died.
That was great. I mean, let's face it, that was great.
If they'd killed off the whole cast and just started fresh, I would have been really happy. It's just
Well, I think like we mentioned last week, they needed to, get rid of the writers, not the actors, and come up with some better scripts. I haven't listened to the professor's podcast, since the news came out. I kind of wonder what they have to say about it. I'm thinking we should do a podcast with them, Dana. We should invite them onto our podcast. What do you think?
We're not exactly fast paced, but compared to them, we are like lightning.
Let's face it, Dana. Starfleet Academy Season 2, we got to watch it. We cannot not watch it, Dana.
Sure we can.
Wait, sure we can watch it or sure we can not?
Sure we can not watch it. We'll see.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. So, Dana, now that we got Starfleet Academy out of our system, what I probably need to do is, drink all that liquid that you need to drink before colonoscopy to really get it out of my system because there's probably little bits hanging on in places that I don't want them. Maybe we should talk about what we're doing next.
We did get some feedback. A few people suggested we do the Star Trek animated series. Yeah, I can't even get Dan to look at it. So, even to view an episode of it. So,
no.
For right now, that's still off the table. But we came up with a different idea. And Dan, you want to talk about it?
Yes, if I can remember what it was. Yeah, so we thought we would do something completely different for next week. Really, Dana, let's be honest here. This is just another way for us to procrastinate before we decide what we're doing next with Star Trek, right? So anyway, we thought it would be fun to do something different, but to stay in the science fiction world. And so next week, what we're going to do is take 8 new movies that have either been just recently released or are about to be released. And we're not going to review all 8 movies. That would be kind of insane to do it. One, we'd have to pay to go see all these freaking movies. And it's expensive to see a movie now.
Yeah, and some of these aren't even out yet. They're coming out later this year.
Right. So we'd have to like travel in the future, and that's a whole issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to review the trailers. But the very first one we're going to review, I think, is Flipper. Isn't that what we're going to do? There was a remake in the 90s. Isn't that what we're going to do with Hulk Hogan? Was it Hulk Hogan? What was his name again? Not Hulk Hogan. What was his name?
Paul Hogan, yeah. Crocodile Dundee. Yeah. Crocodile Dundee skins Flipper. Yeah, that's what it was.
But first, the kid playing Bud or whoever it is, has a romantic interlude with Flipper, and the person in the movie is Daniel Radcliffe.
Elijah Woods.
Oh, that wasn't Daniel Radcliffe. I wasn't even close. Elijah Woods. That's who it was. Elijah. Okay, here's what happened. Apparently, Elijah Wood had sex with the dolphin, so Hulk Hogan had to wrestle it and then skin it. I think is what happened. Anyway, so there was a movie. I didn't even know that movie existed, but we should review that. Maybe we'll review that trailer as well. Anyway, it's going to be some number of movie trailers that we're going to review, and that's what's going to happen next week. So it's not going to be Star Trek, but who knows? Maybe one door closes, another one slams you in the face. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, or you jump out a window.
We may have to. All right, Dana. Well, I think it'll be fun next week. Try something a little different, and we'll just kind of see how it goes.
Dan, before we close, I wanted to use this quote from Gene Roddenberry to kind of end this episode. Roddenberry said, "Star Trek was an attempt to say that humanity will reach maturity and wisdom on the day that it begins not just to tolerate, but take a special delight in differences in ideas and differences in life forms. If we cannot learn to actually enjoy those small differences, to take a positive delight in those small differences between our own kind here on this planet, then we do not deserve to go out into space and meet the diversity that is almost certainly out there."
Wow, that says it all, Dana, right there. All right, well, thanks again, Dana. Good talking with you.
All right, until we meet again, live long and prosper.
Thanks once again for listening to Damn It Jim, the podcast. We'd love to hear from you. Please send us an email at dammitjimpodcast@gmail.com or join the discussion on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. You can also reach us at the Damn It Jim hotline at 509-676-6298. This podcast was produced by Dan Calzaretta and Dana Smith for Ramble Jar Productions. Editing by Dan Calzaretta. If you would like to be a Damn It Jim sponsor, please send us an email at dammitjimpodcast@gmail.com. Have a great rest of your week, and remember to live long and prosper.